You're listening to Raw 12:51 a.m. I'm Aaron Zolno Lucas, and today I'm here with Ryan from the Hunna, an up-and-coming band from Hertfordshire, UK, that are starting to take on the world stage. So thanks for joining me, Ryan.
No problem, thanks for having me.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just at home at the moment, just chilling.
Fair enough. So your band, the first thing that occurs to people if they look up your band probably is how quick it's all been. So 2 years ago or 3 years ago, in 2015, you released your first single, and then now you're about to release your second album in May, if I'm correct. How did it all happen so fast?
Well, I think it looks fast. It has been really quick since we first kind of released our first song. But I mean, behind the scenes for years there was a lot of groundwork that went in. Like, we got signed like 3-4 years ago now, and then took 2 years behind the scenes of just working on the songs and working on us as songwriters and getting better and getting prepared for release. And then as well, like, we've all been in the band since we were kind of 16 years old. I met Dan at college, so it's kind of started since then. So it's been a long journey to get here, but in terms of like actual people seeing us and stuff like that, it's gone real quick. But it's been amazing, it's been everything that we wanted to happen, so we're just kind of taking it in our stride.
So there's a lot of things that happened that maybe people just can't see, but there was just a lot of groundwork there. So how did you sort of justify that? What kept you going through the tough years before you got signed?
Well, I mean, it was hard. I mean, there was definitely like times where it was kind of like, is this gonna happen? Like, to be in a successful band these days is quite, it's hard. Like, a lot of people don't think it is going to happen. A lot of people think that you're mad, but someone's got to do it. And we just always believed in the music that we were making. Like, we always thought that it was good, and we were young, so we just kind of got out there and were gigging as much as possible and just trying to get better and better and meet people. And we just never gave up, really. I mean, there was like loads of managements and stuff before that were going to sign us and then didn't at the last minute and let us down, which was hard. But luckily, us four as a four, we're all very close, and we just kept confident and kept positive with it.
Fair enough. Whereabouts are you from in Hertfordshire, by the way?
We're from Watford.
Oh, right, yeah. I went to school there. Watford boys.
Right.
But yeah, so I know the area quite well. Yeah. So did you play at like the Horn? That's a venue.
Yeah, we did that. Because we went to West Arts College.
Oh, okay, yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so that was a while ago. So more up to date, you've got an album, Dare, coming out. What can your listeners expect from that? The songs released so far have suggested maybe a slightly more, if I may say, serious riff-based approach to your songs from before.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a progression from our first album. We wanted to make an album this time around that basically showed a lot of different sides to us, and that we're not just pinned down to doing the same thing. We listen to a lot of different styles of music, so we wanted to let that out. And some of the songs on the second album are, I guess more a bit heavier or more angry. But I mean, those are just from experiences that we've had in the past year. And I mean, we've always had those elements to us, but for the first album, it just wasn't right. We've held back on some songs for the second album for a while, so it feels really good to finally have this about to come out. Right, so has the writing process, say, been about a year, or has some of it been kind of held back a bit longer than that? So it's kind of a mixture, like Dare and You Don't Want It With Me, which are two of the heaviest ones that we've done so far. They're they're quite new. They've been done in like the last year of being a touring band and since the first album. But then there's also songs on the second album that have that we've had for even when we had the first album, but we wanted to hold off on because we thought it was they were more suited for the second album and what we wanted to get across for the second album.
Oh, fair enough. How does the songwriting process work for you guys? Do you always approach it the same way? Do you start from a melody, a lyric?
It varies all the time, to be honest. Like, we are always kind of in a rehearsal room. That's how we kind of first started, just being in a room together and jamming and coming up with the ideas. So we do that still, which is very organic. And then we also, we have Logic and stuff. So if we want to get down a quick idea or whatever on tour, then we put it into Logic and then take it to the rehearsal room and develop it more. And then sometimes, like it'll be that I've written a lyric and a melody before the guitars, and then take it and try and work some guitars to it and see what feels right. Or sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes we've got, a riff or the chords, but and I'll just write lyrics and stuff over the top of it. So quite a mixed bag, really. But I mean, whatever way we feel at the end of it, we've got a song that we love, then that's the main thing.
Do you generally have like a fair amount of it that you're not happy about at the end of it, or is it generally all quality stuff by the time you get to the point where you've actually finished it?
I mean, right now, like the where we're in and the momentum that we're in, like we're all feeling really good. We're all really confident, and we're just really excited to be in this position and doing what we're doing. So at the moment, everything is coming out really, really good, and it's really exciting. But I mean, in the past, there has been sometimes you'll have an idea and try and get down to it, and sometimes it'll take longer than others. And then we never get rid of anything. We just kind of leave it for a bit and maybe revisit it later on down the line.
Oh, I see. Yeah, fair enough. I read somewhere that you're pretty influenced by Prince. Would that be a fair representation, or would you include others as like your biggest influences? I think it was just a random site on the internet.
Prince is, definitely one. Like he's an amazing artist, and yeah, we definitely love a bit of Prince. But we listen to so much different styles of music, each individually as well, which we're always showing each other. So, like my biggest influences, I'd say personally, are probably like Kings of Leon, a band called Free, if you know them. They're like an older band.
Oh yeah, the older band, All Right Now.
Yeah. So like I love them.
Yeah.
And as well, people like Ray Charles, like soul music. I love soul music.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
And Drake is like one of my heroes as well. So yeah, it really varies.
Oh, maybe a slightly more surprising one there.
yeah, people are always surprised by that. But yeah, it's mainly like just the lyrics and stuff, and like his like delivery with his lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Fair enough. Is there another artist who you've seen live which has been like your favourite gig you've been to?
Another artist I've seen live that's been my favourite gig. Not too long ago, I went to the O2 to see John Mayer, which is one of my favourite artists as well. And that was amazing. He's like insane. It was crazy. Who else as well? I'm trying to think. Awesome. I went to the O2 show for the 1975. That was cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
75 boys are nice boys. So and they're really talented. They're so it's always cool to see them. Yeah, I'd say them too. Yeah.
Cool. Cheers. Now, I don't know if you're going to want to respond to this question, but one hit that pops up quite early again on you guys, as someone who hadn't listened to much of your music before I was asked to interview, so it's a bit of a discovery for me, that a link comes up from The Guardian that quite heavily slates you, I'd say. And I don't know if you've read it before, perhaps you have.
Which one is it?
So the tagline in it Yeah, I think so. The tagline in it is "Identikit rockers are devoid of personality." The Hunna review. So in these situations, bands rarely get a chance, I think, to sort of maybe deal with their critics. As the critics are sometimes feel like they can say whatever they want because they're not going to get any backlash. So I wanted to give you an opportunity to maybe give your opinion on that.
I know what that's from. That's from our last UK tour that we did, which was the biggest one we've done. We sold out 2 Brixton academies and sold out all the academies over the country, which is a lot of people. And The Guardian as well, it always makes me laugh because journalists, I mean, I don't really spend a lot of time reading them because I just don't see the point. But like, The Guardian have like so many times asked us to be involved, and we've done loads of things with them, loads of acoustic sessions, loads of interviews with them. They've always backed us, and then all of a sudden on this, for some reason, they just can't, because they can't control it. They don't like it. And then at the same time, they're talking about a tour, and on that day that they're talking about, the whole of Brixton Academy, 5,000 people sold out, were chanting that they love us at the end of the show. So I don't really understand how we lack personality, because there's 5,000 people in a sold-out room that had the best time of their life. So for me, it doesn't really bother me, but I don't really think it's. Yeah, I don't really understand why they're saying that, but
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not gonna, like, whatever they say is not gonna stop us. Like, we've just gone on to do Australia and Europe, and we're gonna continue to bring out an album. So.
Yeah,
Cool.
So it's not going to affect you in the end. It's quite funny, and sometimes The Guardian, it's not the first time I've heard that they sort of support an artist and then slate them, because interestingly enough, I don't know if you know the Staves, but they're also from Watford. Like,
Yeah, I know.
they once, I once read a review of them, and they got completely slated in The Guardian, even though they were introduced by The Guardian, I think, or I'm not sure, at least they had previously been like sort of championed by them, and then they suddenly got slated, so I didn't quite understand that. But anyway,
very weird.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for that little response to that.
That's all right.
Okay, so let's move on. So your next album claims to be like the one that's going to break the world market. Is that fair to say?
Well, I mean, we hope so.
Yeah, so
I mean, I mean, I don't know if he's saying that. It's really nice to people. I mean, we hope so. Like, we've, again, with anything that we do, like the first album, we've put everything that we have into it, and we're really happy with how it came out. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing, and just making sure that we're, giving 100% to the fans, and making sure that we're doing ourselves justice, and whatever comes from that is what comes, but...
So that, like, you'd like to be sort of the international rock band. You're always hungry for more success, you'd say.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, for us, like, we've only just started, so our goal is always to be, one of the biggest, if not the biggest band in the world. Like, we want to be like the bands that we look up to, like Kings of Leon and Arctic Monkeys, Foo Fighters. We want to be global acts, like, household name all over the world. Travel the world and share it with everyone, so hopefully.
Yeah, well, best of luck with that. I'll leave you one more question. If there was one venue you would like to play, where would that be?
Oh, one venue I'd like to play. There's a few. It's hard. I mean, I'd love to headline Glastonbury. I'd love to do Old Trafford.
Oh, you're a Manchester United fan?
Well, I'm a Watford fan, because I had a season ticket from when I was like a young boy. But yeah, we do like a bit of Man United as well. I mean, it's just, the stadium's just legendary. But as well, I mean, we've always said we'd love to do things like the Super Bowl, and we've got a lot of crazy ideas. So
fair enough.
Wembley Stadium,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, you got to dream big, right?
Yeah, exactly.